morning, YouTube. I am here with the Eddie Horvath and our guest appearance from Pastor Michael. And what brings you out this way today?
Nothing to do on a Saturday?
There we go. Well, I think we can solve the problem today. I think we can solve this problem for him.
Sir.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise. We have a visitor today, and we are going to saw up a 21-foot beam today to keep the Eddie Horvath out of the snow and the rain and the cold. And
I was going to say I'm on a missions trip to Operation Keep Eddie Dry. I was going to say that.
Yeah. This is our last header, though.
Just send your signed $20 bills, and Eddie will.
Yes, that's what I want to nail up.
20? No, we want 100s. Okay?
Signed.
Signed, right. And then we'll put them up on the wall.
Pastor Michael is going to do our license plate dedication today.
So Mark got in a set of plates, Illinois plates, and we'd like to thank Rob Brown from San Antonio, Texas. He's now in Illinois, but he set a set of plates for us to put up in the sawmill. So thank you.
I think that was his mother's handicap plates, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah, there's handicap.
Yeah, handicap, and that represents some handicapped people for the wall. So we are going to put Pastor Michael to work, and he was cameraman earlier today. We changed out the saw teeth, and everybody wants to see how they were done, so we showed you how the saw teeth were changed. So I had my cameraman today, and that is always helpful. Anybody wants to come out and film, we would be welcome to that. A lot of people want to see the other side of the mill, and it would be just some nicer shots. But well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get the bus motor fired up.
Let's see if we can get her done.
Let's see if we can make a nice beam.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea.
All right, let's get going.
All right.
We are filming. All right, I have a cameraman with me today. It is Pastor Michael, and everybody wanted to see how we changed out the saw teeth here today. So we're going to give you a video here, and we'll put a couple teeth in. First of all, you're going to need a saw tooth puller, and this is for a B and F pattern. This will do both. And what you want to do is, I like to work my new teeth forward and change the teeth behind it. The reason being, you'll see when we start to maneuver this tool, if you put a new tooth right here, you could take a chance at chipping the shoulder off of it. So first thing you want to do is line up the pin through the hole in the shank. And then with the jerking motion, you wind the tooth up out. Take your tool back out. In the F pattern saws, you have to sort of coax it out. Now, you want to do is you want to inspect your shank. This is what they call a shank. Down south, I've heard a lot of people call these rings. So whatever you want to call it, a ring, a shank, whatever. And this is the new saw bit. Some people call them teeth, but they're actually referred to as a saw bit. Now, first step is clean all the gum and just all kinds of crud builds up in the little channel here. So we want to, and I got a lot of WD-40 on this rag, so right now we're literally lubricating this, and it's going to help put that new bit back in the saw. So first step, you inspected your shank, get all the stuff off of it. Now we're going to align the two pieces together here. And these teeth I'm running here, these bits are made by Piper Saw Shop, and we've had good luck with them throughout the years. They make them right there at their shop. Now you just want to give it a little tap. Now this can't fall out. You have a bad day down in your saw pit trying to find the tooth in the shank. Okay, now just by eye, go back through that hole, and you want to do the same thing. A rocking motion. Okay, now you're fully seated. The last step is just a couple stern whacks, and this will seat the shank. And you can see now we got a brand new carbide bit in here. We'll do one more for you. And if you are in a hurry, good luck. Because this takes some time, it takes finesse. I mean, you can only rush certain things. And also I want to show you the difference between the two. If you look at the width, we're running a 9/32 kerf. And these are hard chrome bits. They're completely wore down. And if you see what's happening, we weren't clearing the cut, and we were actually starting to hit our splitter on some logs. So it was way beyond its life. So it was time to change them out. When I bought this saw, the saw body itself is in good condition. He just said that the teeth were on the end of their life. So we did cut a lot of logs with them teeth the way they were. So we're doing, again, inspecting, looking for any cracks, because these shanks do crack. Another note is don't ever take out more than one tooth and put one tooth back in. Never mix up the position of your shank. It has to go back in the same. I almost put the old tooth back in. All right. And what I do when I get a tray of these out of the box, here's another little tip. Once you get them out of the box, just squirt them down. Now they're lubricated, they're ready to go into the saw. That way you don't have to make a mess every time. And again, work it in by hand. You want to make sure that this stays perfectly in line with your shank. And then just give it a little nudge. You don't have to get crazy with that. Do not hit your carbide, it will shatter. And there's a lot of controversy on steel versus chrome versus carbide. First of all, depends on what you're sawing. If you're skidding logs through mud and really dirty logs, you might want to go with steel because they're cheap. You can swedge them, you can reshape them. The carbide hits any rocks or anything, it'll shatter. So if you're going to saw debarked logs, clean logs, carbide's your choice. The hard chrome, I did like the hard chrome. You can sharpen them with a ruby wheel instead of a diamond. But once we went carbide, I mean, these are razor sharp. This saw is going to perform very, very nicely. So, alrighty, that was my little bit on saw bits. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll get back to what we were doing. Talk to you later. Alrighty, let's get this show started. And we got the pastor with us today, and he wanted to see the mill run here. And we should have our belts in. Hopefully by Wednesday. I might have to move a ladder here, people. I gotta have the Eddie Horvath go over and look and see if we're clearing. Gotta get that dolly. Yeah, we don't saw long lumber like this too often. Alrighty, he's out of the way. This is what you call threading the needle here. There's very little room for error here. We gonna be all right, Ed? Alrighty. And let's see if she loads. How about that? Alrighty, we're going to dog that down so I can bring it forward here a little bit. So I can do some turning with it. And I'm not sure if I'm even going to fool with that. I just want to get a little better hold on it. And we'll hit the master dog down. A little bit extra reassurance here. And we're going to get it up to the light. Too much or? All right. There we go. Foot. And we're cutting a 6 by 12 out of this. So that's going to be a nice piece of 1 by. Boy, how good them sharp teeth sound, huh? Alrighty, now let's go ahead and turn her back to the knees. Sorry about the camera, but I got something going on here, people. Trying to rock on me. Gonna shove this in a little bit tighter. Look better? Take it down to 12 inches. Our 12. We're hitting a splitter and I don't know why. Something on the tracks. We're going to do something here, just a slight adjustment. that moved it at all. There we go. Alrighty. Let's lay it down and get to our 6 inches. Down slightly here. Pull some nice 1x off of it anyway. Needs any 20-foot sheeting, huh? What a beautiful piece of pine. Okay, I think I just about got that brown spot off of there. So, take this last board. We're going to roll it to the knees. And that should box that heart up really nicely. But you gotta watch when you turn these big ones as you're back far enough from the blade. Off, see where we end up at. Don't want to waste this pine. We're getting caught on a splitter again, I don't know why. Got some issue with our track, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna try something here out of desperation. that time, but barely. Makes no sense. It'll saw the other face, but it won't saw this face. Yeah, well, we fixed that, I think. What's going on here, but we're gonna have to get out and look at that track. I'm just gonna take it down to 6 inches right now. Clear now. I'm gonna have to get out and look at that track really good. There's something going on. But we'll be with you here in a minute. All right, there's the finished product there. And don't mind the wind here. The wind is against us right now. Let me turn this microphone around. 21-foot piece of white pine, which will go right up there for the building. So, what'd you think, Pastor Michael?
I need to come here more often to get my workout.
There you go.
I worked them too hard. Nobody wants to come work with me.
The Eddie Horvath, he'll put them all down, including myself. Hey, we did find a problem on that, why that was hitting a splitter, and it was something as simple as the saw guide needed adjusted, and it was literally throwing this saw out of the line of cut where it was interfering with the splitter. So
It was only 30 seconds.
but yeah, but it don't take much. So I mean, as crude as that mill looks, it's very delicate on how things have to be set. But well, that was a good thing. We got to get some holes drilled here and get moving forward on this building. So we got a lot of video coming, so
We're on our way.
alrighty, everybody have a great week, and we will talk to you next week.